Hey, good afternoon, peace and blessings. I just want to continue on what I usually make my, content about, spiritual warfare. The world that we, used to know, currently is under, a spell of witchcraft. It's demonically programmed, through Freemasons, through demon programming, demonic programming, since 2020 and days before, actually. The car symbols, Freemasons, have embedded, their demonic programming into our society, especially in America. I can speak for America, it's very prevalent in America. BMW, checkerboard symbology, Benz, 3-star, everything, is symbolism, with Freemasons, everything's demonic, in America, through, Freemason, demonic programming. You have to realize, as a lover of God, Yahweh, as a follower of Yeshua's teachings, Jesus Christ, they have no power over you. It's only when you let the devil, control your vessel, or, you are, under demonic strongholds, that you should be, in fear of Freemasons, in their control. They live a very beta hive mind, mindset, social, programming. They infect the society, with social, gimmicks, police, the firemen, high-ranking officials, celebrities, basketball players, anything, they're all under Freemasonry. You can Google this, I'm not just making this up, not a guy with like the 10, foil on his head, this is Google, knowledge, this is common knowledge to anybody who actually, looks for it. But it is a spiritual parallel to this. This is demonic programming that we're under Freemasons. They demonically program your society, my society, every society in America, every city, every state. It's demonic programming to keep you in the matrix loop and to attack, children of God. That's literally what it is. That is literally the agenda. Freemasons literally caused the end times, through, living a Baphomet lifestyle. And socially, they gave over, control to women, not realizing that, by living a Baphomet lifestyle, you would actually be, under women, destroying the biblical order, as we once knew it, So, have them think for that, end of times, but, Freemasonry is nothing to fear. I've been going through spiritual attacks, before y'all laugh it off. People under demonic strongholds, in the matrix, under full demon possession, they can't see it, they can't realize it, that Freemasons have no power. If you're connected to God, truly, if you're connected to God, they cannot harm you, they cannot affect you. They're just you're a fly on the wall of the matrix. If lovers of God, you have to realize that there's nothing to fear from Freemasons. They cannot harm you. You have angels around you. They understand this. Freemasons, call themselves Satanists. But they're low-level idolaters. You're not Satanists. Anybody who really truly loves Satan should be able to, be humble like Satan was when he came to Jesus. Get him a soul. People don't even understand that, when you go to hell, you're gonna need to, present, the devil a soul, or you're gonna be damned more. People don't even realize that. Freemasons don't preach that. They want to trap you in the social hive like beta mindset, society to, keep you to go to hell. It is what it is. You have to realize it, with the gift of discernment, With the gift of discernment, I realized it, a few years ago. I've just been studying, and doing my due diligence in the spiritual warfare and the spiritual knowledge, getting my spiritual knowledge up. I probably know as much spiritual knowledge as a priest, at this point in life. And I'm only 28, and I've only been doing it for 4 years. But that just shows you how serious I take it. I'm chosen. I'm light of the world. It's my duty to bring people to the light. Freemasons are under the kingdom of darkness. They're not preaching in society and on TV and in churches, that these are the end times, because they're with the kingdom of darkness. Anybody who's still partying, who's still living life, who's still having fun, who's still enjoying and not, being in haste of getting connected to God, of loving God, of building spiritual strongholds with God, is under the kingdom of darkness. Your family will be scared of them, your friends, your co-workers, because they're under the kingdom of darkness. They have no choice. They're in the matrix. So they fear them. But as lovers of God and chosen, You have nothing to fear. They cannot harm you. You know, people in this matrix will not understand it. They'll look at you, you know, with envy, you know, fear, jealousy, you know, because of that fact. Because you cannot be harmed by the things of the matrix. You are not inside the matrix. You are an anomaly of the matrix. You're a fly on the wall. You were here to give off a high vibrational frequency to bring people close to the light, just by preaching, just by doing the spiritual things that you do through God, through Yahweh. Freemasons, they exploit people. They put you under shame. A lot of things. They exploit you. They put you under shame. They build things in your mind to keep you attached. You know, demonic strongholds. Fear is of the devil. Fear is not of God. God says, I do not give you the spirit of fear. You know, they'll make you do weird, perverted things, you know, to cause shame. They'll exploit you. You know, they'll bribe you. They'll do a lot of things, you know, to keep you under bondage, to keep you infatuated with the realization that you're going to hell and love it. You know, supposedly as to how these people act. You know, because 2020 came and you know, demons, you know, took over their vessels and people got attached to demonic strongholds and they picked off where they left off like nothing happened. So obviously, you know, people are in love and infatuated with hell, most likely, from how they carry themselves spiritually. It is just a fact. It is just that makes sense to me. So you have to realize it. You have to have the gift of discernment. You have to pray for the gift of discernment. You have to cloak yourself in the armor of God. You have to keep your prayer regimen up. And you resist the devil and he shall flee. I'm a living testament to it. Anyone who's chosen, who's before me, who brought me on my spiritual path to where it is now, was as well. You have to pay your dues though. You cannot just, you know, God cannot just hold your hand, you know, willy-nilly. You know, it's a lot of God's children on this planet, but he cannot hold your hand through all the spiritual warfare. You have to go through things. You have to see. You have to feel the spiritual feeling of going through witchcraft. You have to. It's a lot of things you have to go through as chosen, as lovers of God, to build spiritual tolerance. But you must never fear. The spirit of fear is of the devil. That is not of God. God says, "Fear no one but me." So if you fear things, if you living in fear, you can see it. They socially program this world to be narcissistic. Narcissists fear everything. They're always angry. They're always fearful. And then demons came in 2020, controlled vessels, built strong demonic strongholds, and everybody's under fear. They fear everything. They're good actors. Their whole life revolves around acting like something they've seen or want to be. But they have no spiritual connection to their true selves. So it comes easy to them. It's like breathing. Acting like someone they think they should be or want to be, but could never be. It's like breathing. So you have to realize what you're dealing with. You wrestle with the spirit, not of the flesh. The spirits of Jezebel, the spirits of Ahab. They're very antichrist in spirit. They're very attacking of people and lovers of God. They're blasphemers of God. They hate God. They blame God for their own foolish mistakes in life. You know, like Jesus Christ himself was coming down and sinning with him, you know, right next to him or something. It's very foolish. It's of reprobate minds. It's reprobated minded, foolish thinking. You have to realize what you wrestle with in this matrix. What we're going through now in the end times. You wrestle with the spirit, not the flesh. These Freemasons control the society through demonic programming and turn society into a very turn Earth itself into a very narcissistic place. Easy for demons to jump in your vessel. Narcissists are empty vessels. So when 2020 came, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of vessels for them to jump in and out of, because the whole world was narcissistic. They could take their pick of whoever they wanted. Demonic programming through Freemasons. The devil was working through Freemasons to bring you to hell. Freemasons is they're not your friend. They're not. It's a cult. Anything of a cult is demonic. It is not of God. It is not for your betterment. It is for your detriment. But they program these people socially to fear everything around them, to fear what people think so much that it will damn their souls. You have to realize what you deal with. You wrestle with the spirit, not of the flesh. With the Jezebel and Ahab and Python monitoring spirits of this demonic matrix, this witchcraft the world is under, this spell. But when you are chosen, the light of the world, and if you are a lover of God, Yahweh, you can get out the matrix. Yes, we still live on earth till Jesus comes, but you're out the matrix. You have nothing to fear. You're close to God. God will protect you. That is what Freemasons do not want people to know. That is waking people up spiritually. The devil seeks to bring as much people to hell and damnation with him as he can. And Freemasons have aided and abetted in that on a global scale. It is not a cult that is cool. It does not sound like something that I want to be part of before 2020 or even now, especially now. They're aiding and abetting in the damnation of souls on a global scale. There's nothing cool about being part of that. People should be ashamed of themselves. But you have to realize that you cannot really hate the vessels that the devil has corrupted, because they're under the spirit of fear. They don't understand. They're under the spirit of confusion, fear, jealousy, rage. Ahab and Jezebel spirits, Antichrist spirits, socially programmed to hate God, to curse God for becoming demonic vessels. But if you read the Bible when you were younger, like your grandma, used to drag you to, in Sunday school, it will teach you that, God is going to give you over to the devil if you so choose to, by your actions. But Freemasons have demonically programmed this word to become narcissistic. And when you are narcissistic, you have no accountability for the things that you do. You think you are perfect. You think you are special. When in reality, you are really not. You are a normal human, just like anybody else, who makes mistakes. But a narcissist cannot process mentally that they make mistakes. They think they're perfect. And excuse me, you hear the noise distractions. I always explain this in my videos recently. I can't really do nothing about that. But, Freemasons have demonically programmed the word to be narcissistic. Narcissists have no accountability, so they wouldn't understand anyway if you try to explain it to them, until they shake the demonic strongholds they're under, or full demon possession, and they can. But some don't want to. And narcissists are very weak. They have low self-esteem. They always want to be part of something, even if it is straight to damnation. They want to be part of something so bad, to feel powerful so bad, even if it is leading to the fiery pit of hell. You have to understand what you deal with, what you wrestle with. It is of the spirit, not of the flesh. Very beta, hive-like mindseted, social programming, demonic programming. But you cannot fear it. There is nothing to fear. If you are chosen, the light of this world, if you love God, you have dominion over the very demons that corrupt their vessel. They know that. They understand that. But they seek to keep people asleep. When you were born, your spiritual father, Yahweh, blesses you with the ability and the gift to either be activated for the kingdom of light or the kingdom of darkness. Freemasons are activating people on a global scale for the kingdom of darkness and hiding the fact that you can't go to the light. But anybody can do it, not just chosen. Chosen were chose to activate people, but everybody has the ability. It's your God-given right. And if you are listening to this and you've just been activated, you just realized things on the spiritual light side, and you're seeing things for what it is, how dark this world is, how demonic it is. I mean, you just look at it. You got Lil Nas X, dancing on the devil and all types of craziness. That was never happening 10 years ago. And children watch stuff like that. You have to realize it's demonic programming. They have children watching music videos where a homosexual man is gyrating on the devil. If that is not demonic, then then I don't know. That doesn't make, I can't explain it no better than that. That is a children's artist. That is not an adult artist. You have LB community parades, in kindergarten and stuff like that. It is becoming blatantly obvious what this world is going through is under demonic programming. This is the end times. When 2020 came and demonic strongholds, became prevalent in people. And majority of people who are narcissistic, who are living sinful, evil lives, reprobate-minded lives, became demonic vessels. They must have thought that it was going to be demon world, till the wheels fall off. But no, God counteracted that. He activated people on the light. So whoever wants to go to heaven, it is our duty. It is our destiny to bring them with us on this narrow path. Majority of the people that that you used to love, that you go to work with, that you go to school with, will walk that wide gate to hell with no problem, with no questions asked. But you have to walk the narrow path. In peace and blessings.